Investec Champions Cup Team of the Week. Scrumptious, Antoine Dupont, sends alarm bells ringing as Marcus Smith back to his best. Following big wins, Toulouse, Bath and Glasgow Warriors lead the way in selection. But there were some really strong performances right across the premier competition this weekend. Without further ado, here is our Investec Champions Cup XV. Investec Champions Cup Team of the Week. 15 Thomas Ramos Toulouse took a starring role in his side's demolition of Sale Sharks this weekend, in almost every aspect. His playmaking skills in the backfield was crucial in getting Toulouse's attack firing, but he also offered his own threat ball in hand too, with 73 meters from 12 carries. Was also automatic off the tee, slotting 11 conversions. Marius Daman wasn't far behind. 14 Joe Kokonasiga Bath has gone under the radar for a while now, but this was a proper explosion from the powerhouse winger. Always seemed to make things happen for his side in attack, in particular when floating off his wing in that midfield channel, tallying 124 meters from 10 carries in the process. His brace was just reward for a fine effort, which could put him back in the England discussion. Kyle Steyn was again impressive for Glasgow, while Eduardo Tadero also dazzled for Northampton. 13 Juan Ignacio Brex Toulon. A good weekend for top 14 centers, with Casters, Vuit Karalevu impressing against Munster, but Italian international Brex gets the nod here. The ever-classy back took a starring role for his side in their win at Kingsholm, adding some serious punch to their midfield with consistent gainline carries, but backed that up with some strong defense as well. 12 Max Ajamo Bath put on a masterclass in inside center this weekend, with a fabulously complete performance. His playmaking skills, likely improved from his brief spell at fly-half, really came to the fore, acting as that crucial link to the likes of Kokonasiga and grabbing an assist in the process, but then injected his typical punch ball in hand too with 76 meters from 8 carries. He's been building really nicely across the year, but he certainly picked a good weekend to drop this display with the England squad announcement fast approaching. Lorenzo Julius and Bryn Bradley both had fine outings for the Sharks and Harlequins, too. 11 Louis Bielbayri Bordeaux Begles. Toulouse's Matthijs Lebel held this shirt on Saturday evening, but Bielbayri's hat-trick display sees him leapfrog into our team. The Frenchman was once again electric ball in hand, playing a crucial role in their counterattacks that drove them to victory over Bristol with 77 meters and 2 line breaks from just 6 carries, and always found himself in the right place at the right time to grab a try. 10 Marcus Smith Harlequins. This was Smith at his very best, which will do him the world of good looking towards the rest of the season. He just seemed to have the bit between his teeth once again, getting Quinn's attack firing on all cylinders, and then adding his typical carrying threat on top to take his team to victory. Pleasingly kicked well off the tee too, which will again do his confidence no harm at all. Bordeaux's Matthew Jalabert was a close second. 9 Antoine Dupont Toulouse. A simply scrumptious display from the Frenchman, dropping a performance that will send alarm bells ringing ahead of the Six Nations. He was utterly mesmeric at times against Sale, both with his distribution and in the carry, making an eye-watering 134 meters from 14 carries, beating 7 defenders and bagging a brace for his troubles. Just makes rugby look so easy when he plays like this. Glasgow's George Horn also caught the eye, while Lucas Friday continues to excel for Harlequins. 7 Gender Rudolph Bulls. It takes some doing to play just 15 minutes and win player of the match, but that's exactly what the mightily impressive Bulls back rower did. He just looked incredibly hungry when he entered the pitch, winning a team-high 2 turnovers alongside 5 tackles and 17 meters ball in hand, which in turn gave his team that extra boost to get over the line against Pau. Rory Darge and Charles Olivan also caught the eye. 6 Baptiste Delaporte Casters. A mega defensive shift from the back rower, just when his side needed it most. He consistently found himself as the spearhead of Casters' gritty efforts on that side of the ball against Munster on Saturday, tallying 21 tackles for his troubles, which in turn helped lay the foundations for their victory. Jack Kenningham and Matt Fagerson also tracked well. 5. Emmanuel Mifu, Toulouse. The powerhouse lock looked back to his best this weekend, which is never an easy thing to deal with for an opposition. Trucked really well in the tight, giving Toulouse consistent front foot ball as a result, and fronted up well in defense too. Sharks man Corn Rawl can feel hard done by, though. 4. Scott Cummings, Glasgow Warriors, has really come on since the British and Irish Lions tour this summer, and proved that this weekend with a monstrous effort. Just threw his body around with almost blatant disrespect for his own safety at times, notching a healthy 13 tackles in the process, and got heavily involved in the breakdown battle too. Guido Petty also had a fine evening on Sunday. 3. Thomas Du Toit Bath, another supremely powerful outing from the ever-impressive tighthead, tore through the Edinburgh pack at scrum time, got heavily involved in the loose and grabbed a nice try for his troubles. What more could you ask for? Xander Fagerson and Vincent Koch deserve a mention as well. 2. Gregor Hiddleston, Glasgow Warriors, has emerged as a real force for Glasgow in recent weeks, and this felt like another huge step towards senior Scotland selection. The immensely powerful hooker was a real thorn in Saracens' side all evening on Sunday, winning 3 turnovers alongside a tally of 18 tackles and 4 carries, and also nailed his work in the set piece. Tom Dunn again impressed for Bath. 1. Simon Carrod, Harlequins. La Rochelle do not come off second best in the scrum very often, but Carrod seemed to have their number on Sunday with a relentless effort. He consistently got the better of Uini Atonio in that department, which then set the tone for his side's impressive win. Bino Obano continued his good run of form for Bath as well.